Yeah.
Ashish, and I represent Soyo IT. It's a startup in Goa, Bengaluru. Thanks, panelists, for some really nice insights in how we should be growing our team and perhaps collaborate with others. We try to take those learnings in the positive way. Our startup focuses on technologies for Indic languages and scripts. That's our key focus. The problem is Indic script typing using mobiles is really hard. This is true actually for most non-Roman scripts, but the trouble is 80% Indians do not read or write in English.
Sorry, can you see the screen? Problem slide?
Yes. So
Okay.
Slide number 2, please.
Yeah, are you seeing that or not yet?
I don't see it, no.
Okay,
just see slide number 1.
Yes.
Guys, in the meantime, just a request for all the participants, you can please let the speaker only be presenting the slides. This being a virtual platform, we might experience a bit of hiccups. So kindly bear with this entire presentation. And Vishal, over to you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You should see the full screen now.
Yeah, thank you. Go to the next slide, please.
Yep, please.
So the problem is 80% Indians do not read or write in English, but when they open a mobile, they would see an English keyboard with Roman keys on it. Or there are other script layouts, and I'll come to them. But we are talking about helping these Indians to type using Indic scripts. They write with Indic scripts on paper.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I think please unmute. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So how do we help these Indians who write in using Indic scripts? How do we get them to use their mobiles for services using Indic scripts? And there are 400 million of those plus. And once they do it, however, they will have, we can try to understand what their needs and desires are so that we can provide those services to them. But in order to create all this technology, where is that language content online? So there has to be a way to create a lot of language content online. Next slide, please. So our solution to this is a Lipi keyboard, which provides very simple layout with Indic consonants, no complications about multiple screens. The idea is all Indic scripts have this feature in it, that you have a consonant like J in Devanagari shown here. You produce a sound G, which is on the rightmost figure. To go from J to G, you add a matra to it. And our idea is, instead of using anything else, we use a unique gesture to create the matra. So you press your hand on J and make a gesture. Gesture is now very close to the actual handwriting matra. And that's the key. The idea is, when you use this, now you have one for G. To go from J to J will be another gesture. Go from J to J will be third gesture. So we have now 12 matras, 12 gestures for 12 matras. These are very close to the handwriting manner themselves. So that makes it very easy to learn. It's a very shallow learning curve. And you can type fast. Right now we can go 100% faster, and we can actually do more and with AI ML in the background. So there's going to be a lot more data machine learning going forward in the future. Next slide, please. The current way B2C is go through Play Store, which is what we do. But going forward, in order to scale rapidly, we would like to use B2B2C route, give APIs as a service to other apps. We have localization partnerships, other companies, OEM partnerships, and that's the way to future. So right now we have a fantastic set of users to do our testing and so on, so they can actually understand the demands and so on. But going forward, we're going to go for B2B2C. Next slide, please. Our revenue model has 3 steps: short term, medium term, long term. We start with freemium and API licensing as short term. In medium term, we would like to do OEM licensing. But the real long term goal is to mine this large text data, which comes from a new demographic of users. These users have not used mobiles before. They use Indic scripts for writing. Now they will use Indic scripts for typing. And we provide the interface for them. And that data, therefore, is now a new kind of data set. And we now mine that to understand what these users need. Next slide, please. So Our competitors are essentially two types of keyboards: transliteration, which is the leftmost figure, and inscript layouts, which are in between. Now, the users we are interested in are only going to use inscript layouts mostly, and it's extremely painful to use these layouts. And I have used it, and all my friends use it, and all my colleagues use it. They all complain about it. So, how do we make it better? Is what we have provided a solution for. We are not competing with voice. There are lots of problems with voice as well, but voice will stay. But keyboards will also stay going forward. And the idea would be to make them as good as possible. Next slide, please.
Yeah.
Our team, apart from founders, so I am Ashish Asgikar. I'm a PhD from IISc. I now currently work in industry as deep learning scientist. My co-founder is doctoral researcher. She works in education, but she is great at program management and counseling and working with large number of people. We have a new consultant. We have a consultant for business development who is a great friend and going to work with us. And we have a set of industry advisors who are great at their work. They are veterans from various industries. Next slide, please. So going forward, where are we right now? We have 100,000 downloads with large number of users, and we now have a very clear business plan and revenue model going forward. In June, we have onboarded a consultant for AI/ML, who is a PhD in computer science from University of Science in Bangalore. In August, we onboarded a tech lead who is in tech from IIT Delhi. And both these guys will now enable us to rapidly modify and improve our current experience. Next slide, please. So what are we looking for? We're looking for folks who essentially love their mother tongue and index scripts. They write with their index scripts. They read a lot of literature. They actually love it. And they want these languages to do better in digital future. We're looking for chief technology officer, hopefully Goa, Bengaluru, has experience in DevOps, AI, ML on the cloud, and experience in strategy and external partnerships, because that's our immediate focus going forward. We're also going to look for somebody who's in business development to work with expanding our business with other partners. Next slide, please. So what we want people to join what we call Team Bharat. People who will enable so-called Bharat, who's essentially tier 2, tier 3 cities to use digital experience. New IPs is going to be an exciting space because we're talking about a lot of people who are going to join digital services probably for the first time. So we'll be working very attractive ESOPs, great working environment. So we want them to benefit as much as we benefit working with them. And we're open to everyone with right skills. There are no other barriers, no other preconditions attached. So please get in touch and we hope to work with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ashish.